Hey everyone, Amber Reich here with Beautifully Haunted, and I'm so excited to start this video for you guys. So this is the look that we're going to be doing today. It's a kind of a neutral, natural pink look, perfect for the springtime or summertime if you're into pinks, whatever it is. So I'm so excited to get this started. All right guys, so today's episode is about a couple famous people, Connie Stevens and Jolie Fisher. I will put a picture of them right now so you know who I'm talking about. Okay, so her and her real estate agent are driving around trying to look for houses to go look at. And her real estate agent was like, this is the house that you need to look at. And of course, you know, it was big and beautiful in LA, like in the area of mansions. And so Connie was like, well, yeah, that's beautiful, but like, how much is it? I'm not making that much money. She was acting, but she wasn't like a huge star at this time. And her real estate agent is just like, we need to go look at this house now. So they go and look at the house, and as soon as she walks in, like, she is just in love. She's in love with this house. Like big, beautiful, grand stairways, the architecture, kind of the oldness to the house. Now, there had only been one previous owner before Connie was looking at it. So they walk into the house, and she's already in love, right? She feels it in her bones that this is where her and her daughters are supposed to be. And this man comes walking down the staircase, and he's got like long white hair, long white beard, like a cane, but it's almost like a staff, you know? And she was like, he looked like a Viking. Like, that's the first thing that came to my mind, is he looked like a Viking. And with this thick accent, because they were from another country, I don't remember exactly where they were from. He says, hey, you want this house? And she's like, well, yeah, like, it's beautiful. I would love to live here, but there's no way that I can afford it. And he's like, how much can you afford? And lying, because she wants the house, not thinking that he would ever like accept, she says $1,700 a month. And he looks at the real estate agent, and he's like, you draw up the paperwork. $1,700 a month, it's hers. So I don't know if they did like a rent to own or what they did, but she got the house. So her and her daughters eventually moved in, and from the moment that they moved in, they would hear things. They would hear people walking up above them, like up on the third floor, just walking back and forth and back and forth, and doors would be slamming and windows would be opening. They would even hear music playing from upstairs. And come to find out that the woman that built the house was Sonia Henning, and she was a Olympic skater, and she was also turned movie star. But the house had been abandoned for 4 years after she had passed away. The man that was at the house who agreed to sell it for the $1,700 a month was Sonia's husband. What do you guys think? I'm such a nerd. She would always go and try to check it out. And of course, she would never find anything. And she wasn't really expecting it, because like I said, from the very beginning, she kind of felt like she was supposed to be there. She was drawn to be there. And she just figured it was a restless spirit. Until one night, she's sleeping, and she wakes up from a dead sleep. And there is this woman standing next to her bed, just like staring at her. Just staring at her. Doesn't try to talk, doesn't move. She doesn't do anything. She's just standing there looking down at Connie. Of course, it scares the hell out of her. And then the woman just disappears. She just disappears. Her daughters were never allowed to go upstairs. They weren't allowed to go up there. They had this, it's kind of like, so it was an attic. Okay, it was an unfinished attic. The only thing is, like, the floors were done, but there was really nothing else up there. But there was a walkway that you could walk, and it would take you out to this like circle balcony, but the railings were like flimsy. The kids could obviously fall over them or fall through them because there was holes. So Connie never let her daughters go up there. Okay. Fast forward to present day. They have Kim Russo, which is a well-known psychic medium, come out and do a reading on the house. Now, Connie still lives in this house from, you know, a bajillion years ago. Not really a bajillion, but you know what I'm saying. So she's still living in the same house. Her daughters are grown. So Jolie Fisher, I know her from the show Wings. It's a 90s show. I don't know how many of you ever actually watched that show, but I always really liked it. And I'm sure she's in, you know, a ton more things I just can't think of. But as soon as I saw her face, I knew her from Wings. So Kim, as soon as she like pulls into the driveway, she starts seeing images. So she says it's not necessarily like full-blown apparitions that she sees, but it's more of like scenes. So she's seeing two different women. They keep coming to her. So she gets out of the car, and Jolie is standing there waiting on her, and Kim tells her this, and Jolie, she seemed like she was kind of a skeptic, okay? Just the look on her face, which I would be the same way. If I had a psychic medium come, I wouldn't want to give them too much information because I don't want to be leading them on. I want to see if they say anything that, my hands are slippery, there we go, that I'd be like, holy crap, there's no way. Because if you're famous, you know, there's a lot of things that you can look up. She's like, well, my mom is inside. Let's go ahead and go inside. And when she says that, like the door slams. Okay. There's a noise. They hear it. It's the door. And Kim is like, wow, things are like already starting. And she's like, yeah, it's not anything new for this house. So they get inside, and they're talking, and Kim says, okay, well, this lady, I think she built the house, and she wants to say thank you for keeping the original tapestry. When I think of tapestry, I think of like a hanging piece of fabric tapestry. But Connie says, yes. Like the look on her face was like, oh my gosh, right? Like how she couldn't have known that. There's no way you could Google that. That's something just off the wall. She's like, yes, we did. And she's like, but it's not like an actual like tapestry. It is a painting upon the 3rd floor. And she's like, well, she wants to tell you thank you for doing that. See this little dot here? I'll be able to get that off in here just a second, and I'll show you guys how to do that. But she, you know, just wants to say thank you because most people would have, you know, painted over it or gotten rid of it. Okay, so they're standing there, and Kim says that she keeps seeing like lights off to the side in this room, kind of like down, like going towards down the hall. So she asked if they could go in that room, and of course they're like, yeah. So they go into the room, and she just kind of starts laughing, and she's like, so do you guys seem to lose a lot of things in here? Like, do things go missing? And Jolie's like, yeah, growing up, we always called this the black hole room, because no matter what it was, if there was something in here, you wouldn't be able to find it. Like, you would swear you put it in here, or you would swear it was in there, and then you would go to get it and it's not there. And she was like, well, that makes sense, because she likes to touch things and she likes to go through things, but after she's done messing with them, she doesn't put them back. So while they're in that room, Connie asks Kim about pictures being moved all the time in there. Like, is Sonia the one that is doing this? And she, like, Kim kind of like zones in, and she was like, well, I see another woman has came forward, and she is like dusting things and polishing things and kind of cleaning in here. And then she kind of leans in and she goes, Miss Connie? And then Connie just loses it. She starts like being a ball and mess. Jolie, she's not a ball and mess because she's like a strong woman, but she, you know, you could tell that she was getting teary-eyed from this. Well, come to find out, Connie's housekeeper of many, many, many years had recently passed away, and she called Connie Miss Connie. And she was like, she wants you to know, she just keeps saying, I didn't move your pictures, Miss Connie. I didn't move your pictures, Miss Connie. Which I thought was really, you know, sweet that she wanted to come through and just be like, hey, it wasn't me that was doing this stuff to your pictures. All right, so I got done with my eyes, and I put on a little bit of white liner. I did have a little bit of dark underneath here because I wanted it to kind of be like a whitish, grayish hue, just to kind of go with my my outfit. But so Connie asks about pictures, right? And because all these pictures are getting moved in the black hole room, and asked if it was Sonia that was doing that. And Kim looks at her and she kind of like leans in and was like, well, I see somebody, another woman is coming through, and I see somebody like dusting, tidying up, cleaning. And then she was like, Miss Connie? And when she says that, Connie just freaks out. Like, she's a ball and mess. Just, oh my God, you know, I can't believe this. But then you look over at Jolie, and she's like trying to be this strong woman, and she's not crying, but you could tell that she's starting to tear up. And come to find out, her housekeeper of many, 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 many years had just passed away. She was a housekeeper for over 30 years. 30 years. Can you believe that? And she came through and she was like, she wants you to know that she's not the one that has been moving your pictures. Like, it's very important for you to know it is not her. So they all kind of had a little chuckle about that. And so then Jolie takes Kim to her bedroom because Kim previously had said that Sonia is very interested in a, you know, like an old school, what are they called? Like a beauty, not a beauty desk, but it has the mirror and it has, you know, the brushes that set on it, like an old school beauty setup. And so Jolie had taken her into her room, and she's like, this is the desk. Love this stuff. This is the desk that you were talking about. Side note, I love to spray my setting spray on my face before I use this. I've got kind of dry skin, especially under my eyes. I already used my concealer. I use a liquid concealer. It's kind of a peachy orange color because I've got dark circles. So I put that on before, and then I'll use this. Okay, so she takes her in there, and she's like, this is the desk that you were talking about. And she's like, when I was little, it would really scare me because I would be laying in bed and the drawers would just open on its own. I would go over there to shut them, and as soon as I got done shutting them, they would open. So shut, open, and it would just scare the crap out of her. And it would me too, girl. Like, if I'm laying there in bed trying to catch some Z's, and all of a sudden my dang things, like when my door just opened on its own, that scared the hell out of me. And I wasn't a little kid, you know what I mean? Like, that would be really scary. So anyways, she's like, this is what This is the area that you were talking about when you sensed this. So they head upstairs to the 3rd floor so Connie can show Kim the tapestry that she was talking about when Sonia said, thank you for not taking down or painting over the tapestry. And like I said, she's from another country. I don't really know. I keep wanting to say Russia, but I don't think that that is right. But either way, she had painted, it was like childhood nursery rhymes from that time, all over there. There was even like this like white little picket fence that she had set up there because she wanted kids like more than anything. And she never got to have them. So that was like her little sanctuary. That's where she hung out, from what Kim says, all the time. That's why she would hear the footsteps upstairs and music. She even said, Kim had said something about things being moved around up there too. Well, they just used it as like a storage attic. And Connie had some of her like ball gowns and like nice clothing stored up there. And she would come up there and they would be like all on the floor. And Kim was like, yeah, she likes to try on all of this stuff. She's basically like living through her. She's not living because she was dead. But you know what I mean? She was essentially trying to live through her. And she had said that, she's like, do you like the lights and stuff come on? And Connie's like, yeah, you know, I will be pulling in the driveway and the lights will come on, like upstairs lights. And so she's like, it doesn't scare me. You know, none of this stuff has ever scared me. There's been so much activity, you know, throughout this 30 years that I've lived in this house. But it has never scared me. And she's like, I kind of take it as a, you know, welcome home. And which I think is great because you can either be scared of it or you can accept it. I'm trying to accept. I don't know what my gift is, to be honest with you. I'm in no way a medium or anything like that, but I do. Spirits are around me a lot. I'll just tell you that. So Kim just follows up and, you know, she's like, well, I just want you to know that there isn't anything for you guys to be scared of here. You know, your old housekeeper, she's around you guys all the time. And a creepy thing, Kim was like, so do you, saying this to Jolie, do you have a dog that has passed that, and she said the name and I don't remember what it is, but she was like, yeah, but she's not passed. She's actually like at the doctor's right now. And Kim just looks at her and she's like, and Jolie was like, so do I need to like be worried? And she's like, well, I'm not saying that like now is the time, but when it is the time, just know that your dog's going to be with the housekeeper. I don't remember what her name is. I have it wrote down, but I don't want to look at my notes. And she was just like, oh, okay. So really, guys, I don't know how you guys feel about mediums. And I have my own opinions. I think it's really hard to find a medium that is for real. I do believe that they are out there. I know a lot of people don't think so. Sorry, allergies in Oklahoma are horrendous. But just need to be careful with, you know, who says that they are. But either here or there, I do believe that they're out there and they are connecting with something. And whether or not you believe in ghosts, some people have to experience it to believe it, which I completely understand. I had my very first experience when I was in like first grade. So just growing up, it was easy for me to believe, but you would be crazy to think that there isn't something. I think there's too much, too many people have experienced too many things to think that spirits aren't real. I'll tell you that before, sorry, it's hard to talk and do my lipstick. I almost called it lip makeup, you guys. So if you don't watch my videos on Facebook, you need to. My followers have created a hashtag, which is hashtag words are hard, because I mess up my words so much. So anyways, before me and my husband got married and lived together and whatnot, he didn't believe in ghosts either. But he's experienced so much stuff with living with me that, like, he'll still say that he doesn't really believe in it. But, like, he'll come up to me and be like, did you hear that? Or what was that? Or did you call for me? Or something like that all the time. And I'm just like, babe, come on. Come on. All right, guys, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed this story. This is video number 2 for me. Please subscribe, please like and comment and share this video. These are my 2 passions in life. I love the paranormal and I love makeup, so I decided to combine them. Give me a little bit of grace as I'm learning how to do all of this. I am not tech savvy whatsoever, so I'm kind of learning this on my own. Sorry, I forgot I had makeup on my teeth. So anyways, I just really appreciate you guys so very much. I'm so excited to get up to 200 followers. I know that's like teeny tiny in the scheme of YouTube world, but please like, please subscribe and share this so you can make my tiny little dreams come true. I hope you guys like the look. I'll post everything in the description of what I use in case you guys are interested in getting it. And that's it. I hope you guys all have an amazing, beautiful day, and I love each and every one of you. Bye.